Okay, okay. Am I back? Okay, okay. I think I'm back. I don't know what happened there. I'm very sorry about that. Okay, so I'm scrolling back up through the messages. Where was I up to? So you watched the entire show in one day, asks Captain William. Yes, I watched Toradora in one day. That's usually how I watch it these days. If I'm going to watch it, I usually dedicate a day to do it. I start it in the morning, watch it all the way through to the end. Teen asks, wait, Netflix has Toradora? I've never seen that. It did in the Australian version. I don't know if it still does, but since I watched it on Netflix, I found it on DVD for a really good sale. So I picked it up, and I love it a lot. Blue Pond says, you saved Takagi-san for me. Oh, I'm glad. What, were you just not seeing the appeal until you saw my videos, or did I just reinvent? Like, how is that, if you don't mind me asking? Spencer says, two-choice question became one of my favourites during my second watch of Takagi-san, and your video certainly made me appreciate the show even more. Ever consider Heisuki no Kuni, Land of the Lustrous? I don't think I've ever heard of that one, actually. Huh. I'll have to look into that. I'll have to give it a watch. It was 4:20 p.m. last minute. What a high time. Oh, I see. Ah, right. So it was only in Australia. We're back at 4:24 p.m. Oh, so you weren't making a joke about drugs. Okay. IMOA 144p. Yeah, I'm really sorry, guys. Australian internet, NBN, totally screwed up. So yeah, really sorry about that. Captain William asks how many episodes there are for Toradora, and NGC, you are correct. There are 25 plus an OVA in one season, right? Do you mean does Toradora have one season? Yeah, it does. I'd say unfortunately, but no, it actually ended in a really satisfying way. I wouldn't want a second season of Toradora because it would just be a whole bunch of fluff and filler. I don't think that about Takagi-san though. I do think that there is still some progression to be made if they ever do a season 2. But unfortunately, people who know about the industry seem to be speculating that it's probably not going to happen. But you never know. There's this big announcement coming up. So I guess we'll just have to see what happens. Teen asks, have you read the Toradora manga and is it good? I'm actually ordering the Toradora manga one by one off Booktopia, and I think I'm about 3 volumes in, and yeah, it's pretty good. Although it's one of those books that I struggle to keep reading. I'm not sure why. Maybe I'm just not in the mood for, Toradora when I'm currently, keeping up with the Takagi-san manga on Manga Rock. And I'm ordering the Takagi-san manga off of Booktopia as well. Like, as soon as I'm able to pre-order it, I do so. I think I've got the first 2 volumes in my hand. And I've got issues 3 and 4 pre-ordered. Fishkiller29 says, hello. JMG Productions, hi, I'm here now. Hey, JMG Productions, how you going? Thank you for all your suggestions. Thank you all of you for all of your suggestions. It really kept the series going. Teen asks, what do you think the announcement about the Takagi-san in February issue of Genshin is going to be? I have no idea. I've got my fingers crossed for a season 2, but it's probably not going to happen. It could be a spin-off. I'm pretty sure it was before the Moto series was announced that they released Future, which sort of teased at it. And there is one other chapter kind of like that, where their daughter Chi is in junior high, and she has a very similar kind of relationship with her desk neighbor, albeit switched, so she is the one being teased. So who knows, maybe it's going to be another spin-off. I really don't know, but I'm sitting on the edge of my seat waiting for it. Blue Pond says, Takagi-san looked like a bully. Yeah, that's an idea that I've entertained, but ultimately I don't think she is. There is a really good video on the topic by... Sorry, bear with me. I'm gonna figure out who said that. Here we go. Is Takagi-san a bully? By no shape. It's actually a really good video. I was going to do my own video essay on the topic, but then I saw this one and I'm like, well, what's the point? No Shape has made every point I could possibly make and made it even better. JMG Productions, what's your next topic? I don't know. We're figuring that out right now. I should hopefully know by the start of next year. I should hopefully know where I'm going from here. Captain William, yeah, I wish there was a second season. Me too. Teen, there are 2 specials for Toradora. There are 2 specials? Really? Oh. 'Cause I know they have the OVA about the bento. That's the one I've seen. What's the other one? Fish Killer, is there not going to be a season 2? We have no idea. We have absolutely no idea. Some people seem to think it probably won't happen because a lot of manga these days are meant to be what am I talking about? A lot of anime these days are meant to be more ads for the manga than anything else. And if the first season did well enough in selling manga, then it would have fulfilled its purpose. But you never know. If it does financially well enough that it becomes, if it does well enough, then they might say, hey, we can make a little more money by making a second season. It kind of sucks that the industry works that way, but that's just how the industry works. The classic FDG_SG says hello. Hello, the classic. Can I call you the classic? Oh, okay. So the Teen says the 26th episode is something about bento. That one I've seen. And the Chibi one, the 5 MCs discussing food. Okay, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen the Chibi episode. We need to buy the Blu-ray to have season 2, says the classic. I really want to buy that Blu-ray, but unfortunately it's not being sold in Australia yet. It's only being sold in, because of the Blu-ray regions, I think Region A is being released, which is, for you fellas in America, but I live in Australia, we have Region B, and they're not selling those yet. But as soon as they go up for sale, I'm going to buy one. I would really like to have it. Oh dear, what have I done? Okay, yep, 10 viewers, hello to all of you. Thank you very much for tuning into the stream. Hello new viewers, viewer count increased. Clicked on your channel, you had an unboxing video. I clicked on your channel, you had an unboxing video, that's about it. An unboxing video. You wouldn't be talking about my first YouTube channel, would you? Where I unboxed Far Cry 4 Special Edition. That's... wow. If that's what you're talking about, not only am I surprised that you even know that channel exists, but I'm also surprised that you recognize me from it. I haven't really uploaded to that channel in a very long time. Duncan Bones, sorry I ended up going and caroling with them since they were friends. What did I miss? Quite a bit, but you know what? It doesn't matter. You went caroling with your friends. I hope you had a good time. I'm hopefully going to find a way to download this stream and maybe make some highlights. I should probably be recording on my streaming software as well, but it's probably a bit late for that. This is my first stream, like, ever. So, yeah. J&J Productions asks if I like where I live. I love living in Australia. Sometimes the government can be pretty dumb. The whole leadership spill that happened recently that I'm pretty sure you guys heard about in your news because it was just ridiculous. Yeah, that was pretty ridiculous. There's actually this really funny Simpsons meme of, like apparently the UK is having a leadership spill. There's this funny meme of, you know, that episode where Lisa becomes vegetarian and she goes to ruin the barbecue and Marge goes, "Bart, no!" He's standing right next to her. He's like, "What?" It's like, "Oh, sorry, force a habit." "Lisa, no!" It's like, someone got a picture of the headline, leadership spill. Marge goes, "Australia, no!" Australia's standing right next to her. "What?" "Oh, sorry, force a habit." "UK, no!" Funny stuff. I'm a very political person, so I eat that stuff up. What is they questions? Asks the classic. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you mean by that, sorry. Toradora SOS, 4 5-minute episodes of the 5 main characters discussing food. Oh, okay. Isn't the second season of that show you were talking about on Crunchyroll somehow? Which show is that? Is that Toradora or Suridori Children? Because Toradora doesn't have a second season. Suridori Children, I really hope it does, because I read that manga religiously, and I know how much they missed in the first season alone, and I know how much better it gets after the first season ends. So I hope there's a second season. My God, I'll have to check that out. Amazon is selling the Blu-ray. Yes, they are, but they're only selling it for American regions. I could technically order it and have it shipped to Australia, but it wouldn't actually work in any of my devices because all of my devices are Australian. They require region B. They're only selling region A, or the other way around. I don't know. Have you been watching Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai? No. No, I can't say I have watched that show. I haven't been watching nearly any anime lately. I mean, I don't even know what's out right now. I mean, if I pop over to Crunchyroll, I'll turn it on so that you can see what I'm seeing. What's even on right now? So Sword Art Online, blah. The time I got reincarnated as a slime, I've heard good things about it. I've heard good things about it. I'll have to check that out at some point. Fan service, the show. And that screen thing didn't work. Bugger. Okay, never mind. What is your goal subscription-wise? Oh, that's a good question. Honestly, I didn't think that I'd have this many subscribers by now. I don't really have a goal for subscribers. This channel sort of just started as a way to, like I said a little earlier, it's just kind of a bit of a scrapbook, I guess, a place for me to analyze media, work out what makes it click, so that I can apply that knowledge into my own projects. So, yeah, I don't really know what my subscriber goal is, because it's not really something I'm doing. Not really something I'm doing for fame or for money. It's just something I'm doing because I enjoy doing it, and it's going to benefit me in the long run. I reckon it'd be nice to maybe get up to 1,000 subscribers so that I can be eligible for monetization, but still not monetize. You see, if, saying right now, well, screw you, YouTube, I'm not monetizing, they turn around and say, well, you can't anyway, you're a small fry. But when I am eligible for monetization and I don't monetize, then I can be like, heh, sucks to be you. Be like, oh, darn you, behind Big Joe. That was really weird. It was a really weird tangent. I'm sorry. Let's see. Haha, Joe, I was talking to JMG about the unboxing video. Oh. I'm sorry. I'm so far behind in the messages because of all the messages that came up while we were down earlier. So I've essentially just accidentally revealed to you that I have another channel where I made an unboxing video, which is probably the second worst, which probably has the second worst thing I've ever put on YouTube. Don't ask me what the first is, because you know what it is. You know what it is. And I'm not saying it again, ever. So what other content are you going to post after Takagi-san? Right now, I'm not sure. I would like to continue analysing stuff, because I do enjoy it very much. But I don't know if I go for an anime next, then this is just going to be an anime channel. If I go for a cartoon next, I was thinking about Avatar: The Last Airbender, but then it's just going to be an animation channel, and possibly still just an anime channel. People consider The Last Airbender to be anime, which, yeah, I can agree with that. So I'm thinking I might dip my toe into some live action stuff, maybe do some big movie analyses. But yeah, we'll see. NGC says Suredere Children does not have a second season. Oh. Oof, indeed, the classic. Read the manga, there are so many more couples. I know, it's like the anime only prominently features half the couples. There is a moment, I can't tell you what episode it is, but when oh, don't tell me I've forgotten their names. When Chiaki and, the couple that go bang to one another. There is a scene in the anime where they're in the cafe and, they're trying to have their first kiss, and they stop when they realise that a random couple is looking at them. Yeah, those guys are in the manga. They're like this really dry, emotionless couple, and they're awesome. I love reading their parts. They just made a slight cameo. I did hear rumours that there was a season 2 in the works, but according to that rumour, it should have been out by now, so probably not going to happen. I do agree with you, though. Read the manga. It's bloody good. The classic says, I'm so lucky to live in Singapore to buy the Blu-ray. Way to rub it in. No, don't worry. It'll come out in Australia eventually, I'm sure. And as soon as it does, I'm buying it. Like, as soon as it gets announced for Australia. If there are pre-orders, I'm pre-ordering it. If there are special editions, I'll get the damn special edition. I want that Blu-ray. Captain William, Goblin Slayer. Is it any good? Cause it brings back memories of another show people used to talk about. Something about goblins, and apparently it was supposed to be this really dark show. Another Trapped in Another World anime, which I think the only Trapped in Another World anime I've actually really enjoyed were Log Horizon and No Game No Life. Slightly controversial, but I didn't like ReZero all that much. I don't have any specific bone to pick with it. It just didn't grip me all that much. I had to force myself to watch it. Like, I didn't go, oh boy, I get to watch ReZero. It was like, oh, I guess I should probably watch an episode or two so I can get it finished. And not exactly my cup of tea, that, but I do love Log Horizon, and I do love No Game No Life. Duncan Bones says, is Sword Art Online any good? I've thought about watching it, but it has so many episodes, I don't know if it's worth it. Sword Art Online was my first anime, the first anime I ever watched. I didn't watch Pokemon or Digimon or Sailor Moon as a kid. Apparently I watched Sailor Moon, but I don't remember a second of it. So it was my first anime, and I did like it a lot when I first saw it. It does have a lot of problems, but I kind of just assumed that those problems were bog standard for anime. My very next show was Steins Gate, and that freaking blew my mind. And after watching some analysis videos, particularly from Digibro and Mother's Basement, I've come to learn that it's really not all that good. Sword Art Online, it's really not all that good. And when I went to watch it again after that, I made it about 3 episodes in before I kind of realised, actually, they're right. This isn't very good. Which I disliked the first season before I watched any of those sort of videos. Like, I knew I didn't like it the first time I watched season 2, and I haven't even touched season 3. I did watch the movie, what was it, Ordinal Scale? Was it Ordinal Scale? No, I feel like that's... Whatever it is, the Sword Art Online movie. I did go and watch that with a friend, and it was alright. It was definitely plagued by some of the same issues that the show had. So, yeah. If you're not picky with your anime, then yeah, sure, give it a go. But, if you like to watch quality stuff, probably don't bother. Okay, where am I up to? Okay, here we go. Land of the Lustrous is about a sentient humanoid gems looking for a purpose while hunted by people from the moon. It's a slice of life romance comedy like Takagi-san. Alright, that sounds pretty good. So it's called The Land of the Lustrous. Land of the Lustrous, sorry. Yeah, I'll check it out. That sounds kind of cool. Okay, some people talking about Sword Art Online. JMG Productions asks, what is your favourite video game? Oh man, that is a hell of a question. Well, until very recently it was Red Dead Redemption 1. I don't know if Red Dead Redemption 2 overtakes it or not, but it's pretty damn close. I'm currently trying to play Fallout New Vegas, but my mod order is a little out of whack, so it's stuttering a lot, even though I got the stutter remover. I've asked for Far Cry 5 for Christmas. I haven't played that yet, although the new spin-off of the game has kind of spoiled the ending, but that's okay. That's okay. What else? This year I started playing a series of games called Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky, and yeah, I'm enjoying that a lot actually. Like, the graphics look like like PlayStation 1 graphics. Even that's probably a bit generous, but it's not the graphics I'm in it for. It's the story. It's the type of game it is. It's cool. I'm a massive gamer. I have been since I was very little. I don't know if I could pick one favorite game. We'll talk about SAO. You need 1k subs and 50k views to get ads, I think. I don't think it's view. I know it's 1,000 subs, but I think it's about watch minutes other than views. But like I said, the only reason I want to be eligible for ads is so I can not have ads on my content as a stuff you to YouTube. Some more chat about Sword Art Online. Why is it everything with everything anime related eventually comes back to Sword Art Online? It's crazy. Triggered half the world by saying Avatar is a cartoon. Danger triggered half the world by saying Avatar is a cartoon. I mentioned I'm talking about Avatar The Last Airbender, right? Not the James Cameron thing. That is not animation. Oh, it is animation, technically, but it's not cartoon, nor is it anime. But, I mean, I don't know. I think I subscribe to Mother's Basement's line of thinking as to what anime is, that being a movement. So, that Avatar The Last Airbender is a part of. Although I do understand that saying that leaves it open to all the terrible Western shows that tried to imitate anime. I didn't watch a lot of them, but yeah, I do agree with him when he says that if you want to watch anime and you watch Avatar: The Last Airbender, that itch will be scratched. So, yeah. I said Goblin Slayer 3 minutes ago because I know it's on the front page you saw. Yes, it is. It is. It is. All the simulcasts up on the front page. Maybe you should try watching Dragon Ball Super. Isn't Dragon Ball like one of those just impenetrable franchises? I mean, aren't there like 5 different types of series for Dragon Ball? I don't know. I don't know about Dragon Ball. I might look into it one day if I've got like a ton of spare time, but there are a lot of things I want to watch before I eventually get around to it. NCG, Dry Couple is the best couple, back from when we were talking about Suredure children. Yes, they are. Again, I'm so sorry that I'm so far behind on these messages. I'm doing my best to catch up. JMG Productions, just an idea. If you watch Star Wars The Clone Wars, you should analyse the new episodes. I love Star Wars The Clone Wars. It is probably one of my favourite shows. And it didn't even occur to me that I could analyse it. Maybe I should. Maybe I should pick out like some of the cooler episodes or story arcs, and it'd be very much like Takagi-san. I could just sort of, pick a few that I want to analyse and say to people, hey, do you want me to analyse any other ones? And they can go, oh, yeah, you should do this. Maybe it'll become another series that has 3 episodes planned. It just turns into a massive behemoth of a project. I mean, there are worse shows to analyse than Clone Wars. I wouldn't complain. But, that's a really good idea. I love Clone Wars. And I've lost myself again. Oh, no, here I am. Trapped in Another World. SAO. Lol. Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, it did start as that. The Ironclad arc was supposed to be a trapped in another world kind of premise, although they dropped that premise way too early. I would love to see somebody else do sort of the Sword Art Online death game premise but actually properly flesh it out. And I mean, what am I talking about? We have that. It's called Sword Art Online Abridged. Have you seen it? It's freaking hysterical and incredible and so much better than the original product. And not Batum. Batum is trash. JMG Productions asks, do you want to visit Japan one day? I would love to visit Japan. I would love to learn a bit of Japanese so that I could watch anime without subtitles and maybe even buy manga straight from Japan, because it's so cheap there. It is so cheap to buy manga in Japan, whereas in Australia and I think in the States as well, it's actually pretty expensive. But yeah, I'd love to go to Japan someday. My brother wants to go to Japan, so maybe he and I will go together. Maybe. Let's see. I keep getting lost. Every time I go to scroll down, it takes me all the way to the bottom. What's my favourite genre of anime? Asks Duncan Bones. Probably slice of life and romance. I'm a big sucker for a good romance story. Mine is slice of life. My second is shonen because of Boku no Hero Academia. I'm not all that into shonen, but even I can't deny that My Hero Academia is incredible. And if you're after another anime YouTuber, I know this one who talks a lot about My Hero Academia. He's called Explanation Point. He actually inspired the style of my first video essay, and he's done like a bunch of video essays on My Hero Academia, and even compared the subbed version of the show to the dubbed for a couple of aspects, and it's really interesting. So I definitely recommend you check him out if you're a fan of My Hero Academia. Excuse me. 22 years old, that shouldn't be 23 years old now, that shouldn't be happening. Teen asks, how many anime have you watched, if you know a rough number? I was about to bring up my anime list, but I haven't updated it in a while. Probably around 25 or 30 or so. So not an insane amount of anime, but a decent amount. Certainly enough slice of life and romance that I know what a good one is and what a bad one is. That's why I feel so confident bagging out Clannad, because I've seen enough anime within that genre to know that it's pretty awful. So about between 25 and 30, I think. What anime have you seen? Like I said, I started with Sword Art Online. I've seen Steins Gate, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, which is incredible. Real Life, which I was a little disappointed with, but I might give it another go sometime. What else? I saw... hold on, let me bring up my anime list. Anyway. Oh, it's not saved. I've seen Shirayuki Hime, which I really liked. I've seen... What else have I seen? My Hero Academia. I'm up to date with that anime, not the manga though, so no spoilers. I haven't seen Steins Gate Zero yet. I should give that a go. Far out. That's Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. I've seen. That was pretty good. What else? I've seen a lot of slice of life and romance anime. Toradora. I can't understand what my husband is saying or thinking. One or the other. Digibro said he really liked it, so I checked that out. I've watched plenty of anime. I'll probably do another video where I talk about the anime I've watched and what I think about it. The Classic says, someone needs to draw a manga on your rewrite of Takagi-san. Yes, my Takagi-san fan fiction. I actually did. The thought did cross my mind to maybe hire a drawer to draw an odd picture here and there, but yeah, that'd cost money, and given that I don't make any money from the channel, I can't exactly afford to spend money on it. I will not on individual videos anyway. I am going to be spending money on it. I'd like to, in the new year, buy some proper sound recording equipment. I mean, every video I have so far I've recorded on this, which is fine, but I would like to get a proper microphone set up with the soundproof booth. What's my jigger? But yeah, I was thinking about it, but I couldn't justify the cost. Let's see what's next. JMG Productions, what would your first reaction be when you get your first hate comment? I actually have gotten hate comments before, not on this channel, I don't think, but when I was on VidMe, I reviewed video games, and I had a little cartoon avatar that sat off to the side, and someone commented, nice MS Paint. And I tried to explain to them that it was done in Illustrator, and they kind of go, oh, I'm so afraid for this generation of people if that's what you're capable of. Well, yeah, didn't really bother me. What I tend to do with hate is I either ignore it, or if I can find a way to twist it, to twist their words or make them look like fools, I'll do that sometimes. I know you really shouldn't, but sometimes I can't help myself. And I've run community pages on Facebook before. I was about to reword that as I was recording, and I could edit the first one out, but I'm not. I'm live. If I make a mistake, it's out there forever. Yeah, I have, run groups on Facebook, especially for a job I do running events, and I've had some people comment on those going, oh, why are you doing this at this event, or are you allowed to do this? And in those cases, I usually write a very cynically clinical statement like, thank you for your concern. As a matter of fact, we do have permission to do this. For more information, visit, that kind of stuff. And again, probably shouldn't, but I can't help myself because they've never responded to it, because there is no response that they can make that'll, that won't make them look like fools. So, yeah, but I haven't gotten any hate on this channel yet. I've gotten a few dislikes here and there, but no comments actively saying, oh, this sucks, you're bad. I won't be an official YouTuber until I have been told to kill myself in the comments. So, stand by for that. Let's see. Frick Off Bro says, teen. Alright, see ya. No, I'm not going anywhere. Do you have a DS or 3DS? I strongly suggest Pokemon Mystery Dungeons Explorers of Sky. The last time I owned a DS was years ago. I own a PS Vita now. I don't have anything Nintendo. I don't even know what happened to the Wii my family used to own. I might get a Switch, maybe, if there's nothing on there right now that really makes me go, oh, I need this. Maybe if they come out with a good Animal Crossing game, I'll change my mind. But yeah, for the time being, I'm more than happy with my gaming PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation 2. I'm a bit of a console hoarder now that I think about it. Okay, a little more info on Land of the Lustrous. Lustrous. Why do I keep saying lustrous? Duncan Bones replying to a statement I made earlier. I meant Avatar The Last Airbender and I was just kidding around. Lol. I I know you were. But I know some people get very, I know some people can get pretty passionate about it. You know, Avatar: The Last Airbender is not an anime. I think it is. JMG Productions, do you have a Nintendo Switch? No, I do not. Yeah, like I said before, maybe I'll get one eventually. Maybe if they release a good Animal Crossing game on it. But until then, no, there's nothing on there that really jumps out to me. This comment, if you touch me, you win. Well, I was going to have a quiet Christmas with the family, but I guess I'm flying out to America. I gotta win. I gotta. The Classic asks, wait, did Big Joe review all the EP of Takagi-san? No, I didn't review the EDs, because I didn't think there was a lot to get into. So, but I do own the album of the covers, and I love it very much. I have it in my car right now, and I listen to that while I drive. It's lovely. Excuse me. I'm late, says Derpy Ninja Plays. It's alright, I'll forgive you this time, but don't let it happen again. I'm kidding. Well, welcome to the live stream. I'm glad you could make it. Captain William, Derpy Ninja Plays, the great commentator. Yes. The guy whose dad was weirded out by these videos, and I invited him to watch one of them. Captain William asks, do you know how to read Japanese? No, not even remotely. Actually, that's why the final analysis had such a big thanks to for Epsilus Zero, because whenever I'm watching the anime and I'm like, what are they actually saying here? Or whenever I read the manga and I'm like, this is worded funny, I wonder what's going on, I send them a message and they usually get back to me within a few hours with a fully detailed rundown on what's actually going on. And I'm so grateful. I've said a few times, like, if there's any way I can return the favor, let me know. But they haven't used that yet. So I do hope I'll be able to make it up to him somehow. Captain William knows how to type in Japanese, but they can't read it very well. That's... Average Team Cuba gave us the kanji for Takagi-san and the kanji for Nishikata-kun. I do recognize the first bit of that kanji for Nishikata-kun, only because I've looked at that screenshot from Eraser so many times where where Takagi shows the first letter of Nishikata's name. I've seen it so many times that I kind of remember it. So, again, do I know to read Japanese? No, I have no idea. No clue. How many letters are there in kanji? That's a very good question. Derpy Ninja Plays. Classic. The Classic asks, have you guys heard of the Takagi-san figure? Are you talking about the one that's sitting at the desk? Because I did see that on Crunchyroll. Yeah, sorry I'm falling so far behind on this conversation. I just want to make sure everyone who has a question gets an answer. Do you prefer the sub or the dub of Takagi-san? Personally, I prefer the sub. I prefer the sub as well. The sub is what I watch when I'm trying to write a script for analysis. People walking around upstairs. But just in case there was a major difference between the sub and the dub, I actually watched the dub of Seating Arrangement for the first time, and it was really weird. It was quite surreal to hear such different voices coming out of the characters. Like, them speaking in English, I can get behind, because when I think about watching the sub, I usually translate it to English in my head. But just the voices, they all sound so old. Like, Nishikata sounds as old as Tanabe, you know? But yeah, I definitely prefer the subs, but I'm not that kind of elitist who goes, you have to watch the sub, damn you if you watch the dub. If you want to watch the dub, go for it. You know, the first time I watched it dubbed because I wanted to play games while I watched it. Twisting those haters' words just like Takagi-san would. I'm awakening my inner Takagi-san. Takagi is my persona. J&J Production says they're making a new Animal Crossing game. I have heard that. From the know, I think. And yet, when it comes out, if it gets good reviews, and if I like the look of the gameplay, and if I have the money, of course, then yeah, sure, I'll get a Switch. But until then, I'll probably just stick with the PlayStation and the PC. I do not even play Pokemon games, says the classic. Yeah, neither do I. Never, except for Pokemon Go. I played that for a little while when it first came out. Debbie Ninja Play says, I need something to watch related to Takagi, or at least a week. Need something... I don't know if I can suggest something that's directly related to Takagi-san, but I can suggest some anime that are kind of like it. I got very similar feels from Tsureidure Children, which is on Crunchyroll. Someone's setting the alarm for upstairs. Please excuse the beeping. I can also suggest... Wait a minute, I just had the door down here shut. I beg your pardon, I just got to make sure they haven't turned on the alarm on me.
I was about to talk to you know, I was leaving.
Okay.
Were you just talking?
I'm live streaming right now.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, that's alright. I'll see you later.
See you later.
So, I opened the door to my office, and my dad's standing right at the door, like about to knock. He scared the bejeebus out of me. Okay, so I'm not getting an alarm turned on me. We're all good. Sorry for the interruption. Being new Animal Crossing game. Where am I up to? Captain, what's that about Todoroki? Oh, I must have skipped that message. But hey, did you know that on my channel I actually made a video where I set the scene where Todoroki kind of I don't want to spoil anything, but you know that moment for Todoroki. That's all I'm gonna say. Where I basically re-upload that moment for Todoroki, but I replace the music with Persona 5 music, and it actually works pretty well. Okay, so the new Animal Crossing game is coming to Switch in 2019. Cool. Okay, that's pretty soon. I'll keep an eye out. Oh, right, this is where I was up to. A show related to Takagi-san. So yeah, so Tsureidure Children, Toradora. I've been reading a manga called 1 Week Friends, and apparently it has an anime adaptation. I haven't seen it yet, so I can't tell you whether it's good or not. But the anime is certainly really cute and fluffy and light-hearted. IMDb review, Takagi-san, 4 out of 5 stars. Yeah, that's fair. I'd say that's pretty fair. I mean, I love the show to death. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. But I can see why some people might not like it. The animation is a little bit cheap sometimes. So yeah, 4 out of 5 stars is fine with me. I don't really get the whole, oh, you've rated that too low mentality, especially not when, what was it, like Jim Sterling gave Breath of the Wild an 8 out of 10 or something, or a 7 out of 10, and he got doxed? No, he didn't get doxed. He got DDoS'd. It's like, get a life. If anyone here was part of that DDoSing of Jim Sterling, I do mean it, get a life. What's the worst TV show or anime you've ever seen, asks JMG Productions. Batoon. I got 2 episodes in and I was so shocked, appalled and offended by how the second episode ends that I turned it off and I didn't touch anime for about 8 months. As far as shows that I've finished, Clannad. Sword Art Online is a close second, but at least Sword Art Online occasionally has some good animation and some flashy action scenes. Clannad is just boring and nonsensical. And yeah, I don't like Clannad very much. What's your favourite anime? Right now, it is Takagi-san. Some close runners-up include an anime called Orange, Suredure Children, Toradora. There's one called My Love Story, I think. It's about this really big fella, like, you know, really big body build who gets into a relationship with a girl. That's pretty cute. And I've lost. Okay, and I've lost my place again. Sorry. Okay, here we are. What's your favourite anime? I already answered that. I'd be down for these streams being a regular thing. Oh, well, thank you, Duncan. I'll keep that in mind. I am going to need to get better at keeping up with the messages, though, and keeping the stream, you know, on. JMG asks, what's your favourite Takagi-san episode or manga chapter? Ooh. My favourite individual story would probably be either Critical Hit or Seating Arrangement. As for the chapter, I do really like Worries, and I do really like the brand new chapter that just came out, Jealousy, but I really, really like Sneeze, you know, because it shows you what all the characters are up to, and yeah, I really do like that one. I think his favourite is episode 12, says the classic. In terms of full episodes, my favourite episode is actually episode 10 because of the sort of how it all seems to be taking place on the one day. And it does have some good stories in it, you know. Who is Taller is nice. Invitation is one of those, like, hard-hitting stories, as is Two Choice Question right afterwards. So in terms of entire episodes, episode 10 is my favourite. But in terms of individual stories, either Critical Hit or Seating Arrangement. Seven Deadly Sins, says the classic. I did watch the first season and they call it the second season, but it's like only a few episodes long. I stopped watching in the second season when one of the characters gets amnesia for the second time. As soon as that happened, I said, get stuffed, you're wasting my time, and closed it. I have heard from some friends that it does get better beyond that. Also, the numbers thing. Like, I really liked the fight scenes in the original season because it was mostly based on the special abilities of all these knights, but then in the second season, one of the characters gets this artifact that tells them the power levels. And that's just a terrible idea, because it means instead of creating, you know, intimidating designs or coming up with interesting abilities that need to be countered, you just say, oh no, his power level is higher than his power level. What are we going to do? Yeah. Not a fan of that, but they do say it gets better. So, JMG Productions, favourite song? Ooh, that is a very good question. I like a band called The Living End quite a bit. Apparently they've got a new album out. I actually sang White Noise at a karaoke night one night. Let's see, I like... I listened to the Takagi-san cover album over and over again in my car. Yeah, that's really all the... I've been listening to A Real Life lately by... who's it by? I'll figure it out later, put it in the description, but it's the song that Sword Art Online Abridged is using for their second OP. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not super into music, so I don't really have a list of songs I really like off the top of my head. Sorry about that. Those ads on Crunchyroll, says Dopey Ninja Plays. I wouldn't know anything about that. I pay for premium. And I certainly get my money's worth. Seven Deadly Sins is great, says Teen. I do agree. I do like the first season. It's just the second, technically third season did sort of annoy me a little bit. I will get back to it eventually. I just need a break from it, I think. Duncan Bones, I feel stupid for not realising that Takagi-san was on Crunchyroll, so instead I've just been watching a crummy version uploaded to YouTube. Yeah, no, man, they're all on Crunchyroll. That's literally how I got all the screenshots and clips if the Crunchyroll logo in the side wasn't enough. Except for the OVA. The OVA isn't on Crunchyroll. And I'm smarter than to admit how I got those clips here on a live stream. And I lost where I am again. Some people discussing some illegal anime streaming sites, which I'm not going to deny using, but I'm not going to advertise either. I rewatched Takagi-san 4 times and reread the manga 5 times, same as the Moto. Yeah, it's nice. I'm probably not going to be able to watch it for a little while just because I've watched it so many times. Like, literally in the process of writing an analysis, I watch it, without writing anything down except for what episode it's in and when it starts, so I can find it easily again. And but yeah, so I watch it all the way through, and then I watch it again bit by bit, pausing it to write my script. So I've watched it a lot. I'm probably going to need to give it a bit of a break before I come back to it, but I will be coming back to it, absolutely. I don't know if it's just me, but if someone asks me to recommend an anime, I start to freak out. If it's their first anime, then yes, absolutely. Your first anime can make or break you. I keep thinking about how if Batum was my first anime ever, I would have never watched another anime again. But the opposite can be a problem too. There's this gaming YouTuber called Super Butterbuns who recently confessed that her first anime was Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. And it's like, that's considered to be one of the best anime of all time. How do you watch any other anime when that is the foundation? So that's why I'm glad that I started off with Sword Art Online. It wasn't so offensively bad that it turned me off, but it was bad enough that just about everything afterwards was really enjoyable by comparison. Okay, people talking about Pokemon. Maybe the stream chat will help you read, like, what's that? Sani. Afraid I don't know what that means, Derpy Ninja Plays. Lol oof. What sports do you like? Asks JMG Productions. I like Quidditch. Quidditch is a sport, right? In case all this gaming and anime talk hasn't clued you in, I'm a bit of a nerd. Sport really isn't my cup of tea. Most of the exercise I get is walking to work sometimes. And that's about it. I'm a 6'6" man, so a lot of people suggest that I give basketball a go, but basketball was kind of ruined for me when I was a kid, so yeah, no, not into sports at all. I've been here for over an hour, says Captain William. I hope I haven't wasted your time, I really do. Actually, what is the time? It's about 12:30 or so. Okay. I got clients coming here at about 2 o'clock, so I got to make sure I'm not still live streaming then. His power level is over 9,000. It's over 9,000! I haven't seen the show, I just know the meme. Duncan Bones asks, have you seen A Lull in the Sea? It has a very solid story and I can definitely recommend it. I'll add it to my list. Captain William says, a band I like is Def Leppard. I'm into 80s rock. Ooh, nice. I like a lot of 80s music myself, at least I'm pretty sure it's 80s. You know, Queen, and the rest of them gone. Like I said, I'm not super into music. Derby Ninja Plays, I swear if one fight scene in Toradora is better than some of the SAO fights. I think I know what fight scene you're talking about in Toradora, and yeah. In terms of animation, maybe not, but, you know, it's one thing to have a fight scene that's big and flashy, but what I like in a fight scene is context and what it means for the story. And you know, most of the fights, if not all of the fights in Toradora, all have a reason for happening. So, yeah, I agree. The classic, why are we still talking about SAO? It's a parasite. It got into this conversation for 1 second and now it's everywhere. JMG Productions, do you play an instrument? No, I'm afraid not. I did try playing the piano, but yeah, that didn't end up happening. Oh, okay, I'm catching up. Who think Big Joe should do a review on Moto? Yeah. Only thing about that is that this channel is mostly supposed to be for sort of video content. I mean, obviously it's all video, it's YouTube, but I mean, I prefer to analyze video content, you know, movies, anime, TV shows, because like I said, this is essentially a massive scrapbook for me to study media. I did it again. I stopped halfway through a sentence and thought, I'd better say that again, just like I was recording something. I keep forgetting that I'm on live. So yeah, I'm probably not going to analyze the Moto manga, I'm sorry, unless there's an anime adaptation for it, which you never know. That could be what the big announcement is. Don't get your hopes up though. Okay, someone summarise what's going on while Derpy Ninja Plays is gone, although given how slow I'm going, that could have been several minutes ago. We need more of that ASMR. Oh my goodness. That was... So for those of you who don't know what NDC is talking about, when I first started the live stream, I had a timer for 10 minutes and I thought, ooh, I got 10 minutes. I should quickly scuff down some breakfast. So I grabbed a bag of chips and I'm sitting around just eating them. And then he goes, oh, we're getting some ASMR. I'm like, tell me the mic's not on. Oh God, the mic's on. It was very embarrassing. And I didn't even get to finish my breakfast. So I'm quite hungry. JMG Productions, do you know Gundam? If so, will you do an analysis on the stories? I've heard of Gundam. I might have seen the first episode. I'll have to put it on my list of animes to watch and check them out. My first anime, the classic says, my first anime is OP and I watched it 5 times. One Piece, they mean. Okay. I've seen One Piece around. I don't know much about it, but I've heard it's good. JMG Productions says that they're nearly out of battery. They'll see us in the next episode. Okay, bye, JMG. I'm sorry if you've already left. Thank you for coming by. And, yeah, I hope you enjoyed. You didn't waste my time. I got a kick out of this, says Captain William. Man, I really am so far behind. Running in the 90s. Yeah, I might as well be running in the 90s. Yeah. Duncan Burns says they play percussion, drum stuff, and piano, as well as being able to play a bit of the ukulele. Oh, nice. Debbie Ninja plays I'm Baku. Oh, you're back. Oh. Do a poll. What is your next do a poll for the next content. JMG Productions is still around. Okay, I'm officially up to date with the chat. I'm officially down the bottom, so JMG, glad you're still with us. So I'm down the bottom. I'm up to date. Is there anything else that people wanted to ask or wanted to discuss? Thank you, Duncan Bones. Thank you, the classic. It feels good to be up to date. I think I ate too many nuggets, says Derpy Ninja Plays. I don't think there's such thing as too much nuggets, Derpy Ninja. I don't think that exists. So, yeah. Well, it's possible I've been drinking too much tea. What is it with people and consuming too much over this live stream? Do you like Stranger Things? JMG has asked. I didn't finish it. I started watching it, and yeah, I did enjoy it, but I just kind of, I got late, I stopped watching it, and I never picked it up again. So I'll have to get back. Teen is going back to watch the part they've missed of, I hope that's worth going through. Duncan Bones, I haven't eaten yet. Yeah, neither have I, except for a few Dorito chips and NGC got a good listen in on that. So just trying to think what should. So I'm thinking maybe it's close to dinner for me, Captain William. Oh yeah. Most of you guys are from America, huh? You guys are, yeah. It'd be like yesterday for you guys. Like right now, it's about 12:30 p.m. on Sunday the 23rd. It's Christmas Eve over here. So yeah, the time difference is insane between Australia and America. I went to America once. I got on a plane, I flew for 22 hours, and I landed 3 hours before I took off, or something like that. I landed several hours before I took off. But But of course, the reverse of that was also true. When I came back home, I left America, flew for, it was like 26 hours. God, that was a bad flight. And landed like a whole 48 hours later or something like that. Yeah, okay, so most of you are, so most of you, it's like nighttime, the classic, 9:33, gee, that's getting pretty late. All on Saturday. Only 3 days left before Christmas for you, only 2 for me. Oh, Dopey Ninja Plate, you live in Australia. Another fellow Aussie. Oh, excellent. Excellent. Oh, it's good to have another mate around. Hey, another person from the West Coast. Ah. Huh. Oh man. Oh man, the time differences between Australia and America are insane. When I was trying to work out a time to do this live stream, it's like trying to find some kind of calculator to figure out like a good time to do it. Are you on the West Coast or East Coast, Joe? East Coast. East Coast. I live in a city called Gosford, which is about an hour north of Sydney. JMG Productions, girlfriend yet? No. Haven't had a girlfriend for many years. Joe, do you have any specific plans for the future of your channel? Asks Average Teen Cuba. No, not really. I would like to analyse some live action stuff, maybe analyse a full feature-length film at some point. I'd like to mix up the variety of this channel, but if anime analysis is what you guys want to see, I'm more than happy to keep that up. The classic is thinking about buying a Takagi-san figure since they already collect Dragon Ball figurines. Yeah, why not? Why not? Another for the collection. Captain William doesn't have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Deputy Ninja Players, I'm scared when YouTubers live stream at 3 in the morning. Yeah, I actually watched a lot of E3 live this year, which meant waking up super early. I was very annoyed when I woke up at like 3 in the morning to watch the Square Enix presentation. They showed a bunch of trailers I'd already seen, and then it ended. It's like, I woke up for that? There was one other press conference at like 6 o'clock in the morning. My initial plan was to sleep, wake up for that, but I was like, nah, screw it. I'm annoyed. I'm going back to sleep, and I'm sleeping until I damn well wake up. Fish Killer asks, is this your first stream? Yes. I'm sorry if it's that super obvious. JMG Productions, what is your most emotional anime so far? The only anime that has managed to get me actually weeping, actually crying, and not just tearing up a little, like actually crying, was an anime called Orange, which is about a bunch of high school students. It's about a high school student, rather, who gets a letter from her future self saying, I'm you from the future, you're going to meet this classmate today, and he is going to kill himself, and you need to stop it. It's beautiful. A lot of people didn't like it very much, but I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Duncan Bones has 3 videos they need to finish editing by Tuesday. That is going to be interesting. Wow. I hope you can get through that. For what it's worth, I know what it's like. I've got a bunch of videos too that I need to be working on, and most of them are professional videos for clients. The classic, do a review on your rewrite. Um, That'd be fun, but I don't know. Something about analysing your own work seems a little... Yeah. If someone else would like to, I'll give you whatever assets you need. I'll even re-record it if you need me to, but I'm probably not going to do that myself. Average Team Humour, the teen, has heard that orange is good. Reminded him of citrus, which he didn't like. Oh, yeah, citrus. Citrus, that was the one about the sisters-in-law, right? Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of that one either. Yeah, not because it starred lesbians, that's fine, but I don't know, I just didn't really get into the story of that. I can't hear because my brother is playing his guitar too loudly. Well, are they good tunes at least? Like, is your brother good, at least? Because, I'm sometimes playing a game and I hear my dad practicing on his guitar, but he's pretty good. The Classic says, to be honest, I think I should upload more. Yeah, upload whenever you're ready. I was lucky enough to stumble across a formula that worked for weekly releases, but if that's not your formula, then, take your time and make the best product you can. Debbie Ninja Plays, I look like a scrub next to my sis playing the piano. Oh well, I mean, do you play piano too? Are you practicing? Do a Christmas special of some sort, says JMG Productions. Honestly, I'm so busy between now and Christmas, I don't know if I'll have time to A, work out what to even do, and B, to write it and record it and edit it. Maybe I might be able to. Let me think about that. Average Teen Cuba, message retracted. Average Teen Cuba, how do I delete? Average Teen Cuba, oh, never mind. Glad you figured that out. Do you play PC games, and if so, what is your favourite PC game? I talked about this a little bit before. I'm currently trying to mod Fallout New Vegas in a way that doesn't grind it to a halt. I'm not very good at modding. I've also been playing Trails in the Sky, Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky, which is really good. I've been playing Subnautica, which I got for free off the Epic Games Store, which, I'm having a bit of fun with that. Although I did just die because I couldn't find materials to make fresh water. So yeah, I'm trying to do it without opening Wikipedia pages, but yeah, I'm probably going to have to do that at some point. Dopey Ninja Players, I used to practice. Get back into it. Knowing an instrument is a very, very good skill. It's a nice party trick. I can't play any instruments. The only party trick I know is clapping with one hand. I made the mistake of waiting a year after recording a bunch of movies and shows just to figure out that I can't even upload them. Oh man. Last night, when I was trying to upload the seating arrangement analysis, I was literally here until about 11:30 p.m. just trying to get it to work. I wasted so much time on technical difficulties that should not have taken me so long to figure out. And after all that, I scheduled it wrong. So it got released last night as opposed to, this afternoon. So I missed the premiere of my own video, but, it's out as long as people are enjoying it. And, yeah. And I'm glad that this live stream could have gone a little longer. It would have sucked if, 45 minutes ago we had to go, okay, we got to stop. The video's going live. Let's see. Have you read the new Moto chapter about Christmas? Yes, I have. I haven't updated my chapter guide yet, but I'm going to. At least I was able to just upload the second season of the show. Oh, right. Okay, cool. So Duncan Bones, you're able to get some of it up. That's good. Fish Killer likes Subnautica. Username checks out. JMG Productions, do you know any good jokes? What does an angry kangaroo do? Get hopping mad. Wait, Subnautica is free now. I bought it 3 years ago. The Epic Games Store, the guys who make Fortnite, are currently giving it away for free as a sort of an incentive to use their store. They're going up against Steam. It's free for now. It won't be forever. I think next they're going to be giving away Super Meat Boy for free, and then we'll see what they do after that. Blue Pond is signing out. Thank you very much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Joke's on you, there's a joke. Oof. Oof. The classic. Ouch. Derpy Ninja Plays. Does anyone here play Minecraft? I'm playing alone because everyone is literally playing Fortnite. I play Minecraft sometimes. It's something that I sort of fall in and out of love with. I can't really clap with one hand. Very few people can. In fact, I only discovered, I beg your pardon, my phone is ringing. I'm very sorry, this is a client, I'm going to have to take this. Would you please give me just 1 minute? I'm very sorry. Alright, I'm back again. Very sorry for the interruption. But yeah, when a client calls, you pick up. Okay, where was I? Anyone have Xbox? I have an Xbox. I barely ever play it though, because all the good exclusives are on PlayStation. I can do the really fast clapping, says Teen. You mean this one? Yeah. I cannot believe that different person drew Moto. Yeah, it was drawn by a different artist. I gotta say, if you look at some of the first chapters, I really hate Nishikata's design in some of the first chapters, because it's essentially just his middle school head on a grown-up's body, and it looks really weird. But luckily, as the series went on, they redesigned his head to look a little more adult. So, I'm really glad they did that. Let's see. Where it looks like you're just rubbing your hands. Yeah. I don't know what Debbie Ninja Plays says, I don't know, but when I clap with one hand, it hurts. Probably want to avoid doing it then. It probably isn't very good for you. So quick question, who is the voice actor of Takagi? That is Rie Takahashi. She also sings the ED songs, but not the OP. I said she did in the OP analysis. I was wrong. And Teen already answered you in there. That was a pretty good joke. The joke I meant, thanks, I got it out of a Christmas cracker. Or what you Americans would call a bonbon? I don't know. You know the things you pull on and they explode and there's a joke and a hat and a cheap piece of plastic in there. Teen says she also did Megameme from Konosuba. Yeah, she did. Captain William, we're talking about Fortnite. Back, I say. I think I'm doing that backwards. Is it weird that the same people who made Fortnite made Gears of War? God, not Fortnite. No, I don't mind Fortnite. Yeah, I guess that is pretty weird. J&G Productions, damn you, Takagi-san was very funny. It was. I still laughed out loud in Funny Face when, Nishikata turns to the front of the room and Tanabe is right there and he's just like... That still cracks me up every time. The classic, Big Joe do a Discord. You know what? I think I will. I think that's a very good idea. Duncan Bones can clap with one hand. Cool. Phone rings, me channel music plays. Oh. Or maybe I should change my ringtone to Takagi-san OP or something. Oh yes, do a Discord, says Teen. Can I ask a question to the chair, says Derpy Ninja Plays. You can, sure, they might not answer you. NGC is leaving. Yeah, I probably will do streams in the future. This is pretty fun. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you had a good time. Duncan Bones, that was a quick phone call. Yeah, they were just checking up to make sure that we were still on for a meeting today. People talking about how clapping with one hand should be a meme. That'd be a pretty good meme. The classic feels like they are the only Asian here. Is somebody... Do I have any other... Oh yes, Derpy Ninja Plays is Asian. Excellent. Do you watch The Office? J&J Production says. The American one? Yes, I actually bought the box set with a voucher I got for Christmas last year. I watched the first season and I thought, oh god, I've made a mistake. This is terrible. And then I watched the rest of it and I'm like, this is the best purchase decision of my life. It was fantastic. The classic is also Asian. Excellent. Ringtone is Takagi-san OST. Nice. Derpy Ninja, wow, why is your chair so rude? I don't know. I mean, they kiss my ass all day. That was bad. I'm sorry. Derpy Ninja Plays, I can imagine your Takagi ringtone ringing during a job interview. Oh god. Oh, and then the boss there is like, is that Takagi-san? Yeah! No job interviews for me. I am the boss. The classic, I feel weird being a boy and buying a Takagi-san figure. Nah, you don't have to feel weird about that. Nothing weird about that. JMG Productions is half Asian. There we go. There are plenty of Asian people in this chat. Boss shrinks eyes. You weeb. You weeboo. Everyone, you're fired. Joe, come with me. Boss fires Joe. Oh, I am the boss. Can I fire myself? Do I get severance? Ooh. Nah. I'm a sole trader. If I quit, there's no one left to run the business. Captain William is 0.02% Asian. How do you work that out? Derpy Ninja Plays, do you burn? I'm in Australia, of course I burn. JMG Productions, do you like Transformers? I never really watched the cartoons, and the Michael Bay films aren't exactly my cup of tea. I think the last one I watched was the one with the dinosaurs. And, that's the real question, says Derpy Ninja Plays. The classic, imagine that they make a Takagi-san game. Is that a Takagi-san game? I think there might be. I don't know for sure, but I think somewhere they mentioned that a particular copy of the manga, like a particular volume, would come with like a version of the game. So I'm not entirely sure. Have you seen the anime Future Diary? No, I have not. I'll have to add that to my list. That was Fishkiller who asked about anime Future Diary. Derpy Ninja Play says, to be honest, I haven't watched Transformers in a while. Yeah, neither have I. I've heard Bumblebee's good, and that one wasn't written or directed by Michael Bay, so I might even believe him. What would the game be about, though? It looks like a dating sim, I think. I think the one screenshot I saw, it looks like one of those classic dating sims. Big Joe review on Takagi-san game. If I can get my hands on it, then maybe. Yeah, there was a game, I think it was Nishikata Simulator. Ooh. But it was only in Japanese. Can we get someone to translate it? Maybe? Captain William, I'm in a part of the US where it's kind of cold and pretty rainy in the winter, but warm and sunny in the summer. I've never had a white Christmas. I've only seen snow once in my life, and it's never... I have had some cold Christmases, but this is like Australian cold, where it's like cloudy, rainy, and 25 degrees. So, yeah, no, usually Christmas in Australia is bloody boiling. JMG, have you ever heard of a show called Takagi-san? Oh, no, I don't think I have. I'll have to add that to my list. Good for you having winter, says the classic. Winter's a very long way away for us. A very long way away. Derpy Ninja Plays, is there a Blu-ray for Takagi-san? There is one coming out for American regions, not for Australia yet. Unless you have a Blu-ray player that isn't region locked, there's really nothing that we can buy. It's 5:54 now, says Fish Killer. JMG Productions is down to 5%. Yeah, look, don't worry, mate. Like I said, I got clients coming soon. I'm going to have to end this live stream pretty soon. Joe, look at the Anime News Network article about the game. Sure, I'll check that out. Speaking of games, a couple of weeks ago... Average Teen Cuba sent that last message. Duncan Bone says, speaking of games, a couple of weeks ago, I went to watch your Persona video and I couldn't find it. Yes. So essentially, I cancelled the series because it just, it wasn't getting enough engagement. It wasn't really in line with the other things I was doing. It just, it was a bit of a dud of a project. But I was gonna leave them up. But then the guy who I got the gameplay from, who I had their permission, but their name was Shirako Gaming, and they recently got into a bit of trouble with YouTube. When they were playing Red Dead Redemption 2, they created a series of videos where they would abuse the feminist character in the game, whether it was punching him or feeding him to animals or whatever else. And yeah, I found that all a bit tasteless. And I'm like, well, the series is cancelled anyway, and I'd really rather not be advertising this guy's content on my channel if I can help it. So yeah, I'm really sorry, but those videos were taken down. If there's enough demand, then I'll find I'll find someone else to get gameplay from, and I'll remaster them, might even re-record them and put them up again. But yeah, in the meantime, I took them down in the meantime. Captain Williams says it rarely snows where they live. Hey, me too. Duncan Burns says, when I moved to where I am now, it snowed for the first time in 8 years. Well, that's lucky. Another from the Classic, another request to do a Discord so we can talk about Takagi-san. I will do that. I will make a Discord. That's actually a really good idea. And Dopey Ninja Play says there should be an idea chat, so like a chat room for what to do next. That's a really good idea. Season 2 in April. Season 2 is an April Fool's joke if you're on Twitter. Oh, they better not. Oh, that'd be such a cruel joke. The Classic, that would be such a cruel joke. JMG Productions asks how winter works in Australia. It works just like any other country. It does get pretty cold. I think this year, one of the coldest days got down to like 7 degrees Celsius. It can get pretty cold around here during the winter, but probably not as cold as it gets in other places. It's hilarious. Whenever I read about people in the UK like freaking out over how hot it is when it's 25 degrees Celsius, I'm like, oh please, I've survived 40-degree days here in Australia. It's fine. But then I realise as soon as the temperature goes below 12, I'm essentially useless, which people from the UK wouldn't be. There is a Discord for Takagi-san for the subreddit anyway, says Teen. But I still like the idea of making my own, not just for Takagi-san, but just for channel-related things, or just for hanging out, Duncan Bones hopes that these streams become a more regular thing, because this stream is one of the first streams they've watched in more than 14 one of the first streams that they've watched more than 14 minutes of. Good. I'm glad I could be entertaining. I'd like to get my skills a little better. 7 Celsius is a typical winter day where I live, says Captain William. Yeah, that's where it gets like 7 degrees is super cold for Australia. Typically, you're looking at maybe a 15-degree day for an Australian winter. Maybe. I'll have to double check that. Fishkiller wants to know if anyone lives in California. I don't. Dopey Ninja plays. I swear if Takagi-san is like Toradora, where I've never has a season 2, it would be so sad. Yeah, I'm not sad that Toradora never got a second season. Toradora had a really good ending, and continuing it from there just would have just been waffling on. But I would like a second season for Takagi-san, because there is so much more you can do with that show. Hey, to Big Joe, you say 40 in Singapore on a day where it was 50. That's 50 degrees Celsius. Like, I'm talking about Celsius. I think I've only experienced a 50-degree day once in my life, and it was even too hot for me. Captain William lives about 2 or 3 hours north of the Californian border. Spencer Hansen says that this is one of the only streams they've stuck around for. Well, thank you, Spencer. I really hope that you're having a good time. I really hope that I'm continuing to entertain. Yeah, we got some people from Alabama. Duncan Bones didn't like the ending of Toradora. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I mean, I haven't finished reading the manga yet. I'm only 3 volumes in, so maybe once I've finished it, finish the manga, I'll get it. But I quite liked it. I mean, it wasn't a tearjerker or anything, but we got people from Oregon. We got more from Alabama. Captain William has stuck around for this stream too. Thank you. Someone from Hurtsville. Oh boy, I'll send you to Hurtsville. Know what I'm saying? What do you think about the OVA? Asks the Classic. I liked it fine, but I think some of the fan servicey bits were a bit much. I didn't like the fan service in it. Like them being in swimmers, that's fine. I can get behind that. But some of the shots were a little bit pervy, which is kind of weird. For a show about middle school. It'd even be weird for a show about high schoolers, but middle schoolers in particular, it's just a bit. Average 10 Cubans going to Hurtsville tomorrow for Christmas. Ho ho ho! More people going to Hurtsville. Deppy Ninja liked Toradora's ending, but just wanted more. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. J&G Productions asked if I want to go to Disneyland. I have been once, and it was freaking great. But unfortunately, there are no Disneyland locations here in Australia, so I've only ever been once. To be honest, Takagi-san has less fan service. FBI is now watching you. Yeah, Takagi-san is actually usually really, really good about fan service. That's why I was so disappointed with the OVA. It's like, you've restrained yourself so well for this whole show, but then the OVA comes out and it's like, oh, just why? Using Mishkata's techniques to go quicker down them slides. FBI, open up. I was about to say, I'm in Australia, I don't, but no, I think the FBI operates here too. I don't know. JMG Productions, this is it. I'm staying until I'm completely dead, 2% right now. JMG, are you sure about that? I don't want you getting, like, stranded anywhere. You are at the FBI watch list after you watch the OVA. No! I've been to Disney. The Classic said that you're on the FBI watch list. Captain Williams says, I've been to Disney World once, but not Disneyland. Right, there's a difference between them, huh? Average Team Cuba, where is the nearest Disney World for you, Joe? You said there isn't one in Australia. There isn't one in Australia. I don't know where the nearest would be. I mean, America's at the opposite end of the world, so it wouldn't be there. Maybe there's a Disneyland or a Disney World in Singapore, isn't there? Because Singapore is real close to Australia, so I don't know. Maybe in Singapore, maybe in one of the Asian countries. Have you gone to Universal Studios? Asks the Classic. Yes, I have. I went the day after I went to Disneyland, and I think I've been to Warner Brothers World as well. We actually have one of those here, although they just call it Movie World. Captain William went to the Disney World in Florida when they were 4. Nice. That's a nice memory to have. Disney World is bigger than Disneyland. Yeah, that makes sense. Captain William, just about 10 years ago. Deputy Ninja Players, I swear the FBI is just triggered that they don't have a premium body pillow. Yeah, that's all they need. Just give them some body pillows. They'll be happy. Singapore doesn't have a Disney World. Okay. Well, whatever. If there are any Disney Worlds in any Asian countries, then that'd probably be the closest to me, because Australia is technically part of the South Pacific Asia thing. They're talking about ages now. Captain William is 14. Fish Killer is 15. Tokay went to Disneyland in March. Hello, Tokay. I don't think I've seen a message from you yet. Welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy yourself. I hope you have been enjoying yourself. Yeah, I always wondered what the age of my viewers were. It wasn't like a burning curiosity or anything, but it was just like, you know, I wonder what age should I assume that people are. But Derby Ninja Play says, the only problem I have with high rides is the person sitting next to me, not the actual ride. I don't ride physical rides. I had a terrible experience on a roller coaster when I was a kid. I like the digital rides though. I like the Star Tours and that Transformer ride at Universal. That was fun. Wait, there's a 9-year-old? The classic is 9 years old? Huh. I wouldn't have guessed that, the classic. You're very articulate for a 9-year-old. Duncan Bones, we went from SAO to Fortnite to Disneyland. I'd say that's pretty diverse. Oh yes. Oh yes. It's, you know, I mean, that's how a conversation works. That's how it progresses. Who's the oldest one in the chat, asks Fishkiller. I couldn't tell you. The only... I mean, maybe there's a list of people on the stream somewhere here, but... Okay, so the classic isn't 9 years old. Okay. Okay. But, yeah. Okay, so I guess most of my fan base is teenagers. That's... Huh. I barely remember anything from when I was a teenager. It's all just a big blur at this point. Is there someone 18 or older in the chat? That's a good question. Spencer is early 20s. It's not awkward. I'm in my early 20s too. And I've just... Yeah, no, you're right. You're right, team. We've got some 14s, a 15, a 13, a 16, and however old Joe is. Okay, so Spencer's 23. I'm 23 as well. I turned 23 in December. So, oh, excellent. I've been swearing to teenagers this whole time. Excellent. Joe is 71. Oh, that's nearly as bad as the time my, 7-year-old cousin said I was 100 years old and probably older than my dad. I'll tell you what, some of the back problems I get make me feel like I'm 71 years old. Alright, well, this is probably a good place to end it. I gotta go, I gotta get ready for a client to come, but thank you. Thank you all for tuning in. This was actually a lot of fun. I'm definitely going to do this again. And I'll let you know when I got that Discord server up and running so that we can chat more often. So thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Right, I can't edit out the part after I've done that. I should really keep that in mind. Okay, bye.